Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay, welcome to Ismails World. Today we have a Tanzanian princess with us here. Julie, what's your last name?
Lambert.
What?
Lambert.
Lambert. Okay, so we have Julie Lambert here. Introduce yourself to the folks. What is it that makes you Julie Lambert?
Well, I'll just do like a short intro.
Yeah.
So yeah, my name is actually Juliet Lambert, and I'm 20,
Fair.
Tanzanian, like you said. Currently doing a degree in geology.
Geology rocks.
In the University of Sydney.
That's what I think about, the geology.
Yeah, and then I'm doing a minor in French as well, so yeah. I have quite a big family, I would say.
How big? Like, what's big in Tanzania?
I have 4 sisters and a brother. Yeah.
Wow. So there's 7 of you.
No, 6 of us.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
4. Okay.
4 sisters and 1
This is why I
brother.
don't do geology.
What does that have to do with
This is why I don't do geology.
And then, yeah, like, I don't know what else you want me to say.
No, that's alright. It's not about what you want to say. I just wanted you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, that's short.
Anyway,
short.
the reason I got you here today, obviously, is because we already like met earlier. Like, I've known you for 6 months.
6 months? I don't
6
think
months?
so.
Even less?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how long do you reckon?
Probably like 4 months, maybe?
Yeah, 4 months. And we had a mad-ass conversation, and that's why I'm just like looking for people that I find interesting, and I'm just like, I wish I could recreate that conversation here today, but I think not. But anyway, so how you been? I mean, like, it's been a minute. Like, you ready for this new semester? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not excited, but like I'm ready.
You're ready?
I would say I'm ready.
You got your notes, you got your things ready and stuff?
I mean, it's gonna be the same thing as last year, you know.
True, right.
Studying in a pandemic.
I know. So you're just gonna be at home. It's gonna be, how do you
it's
think?
a little bit discouraging.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
How do you think, cause like studying outside of a pandemic and now you're studying within a pandemic, how do you think it's different? Like, how has that impacted your learning?
Well, okay, so before the pandemic, like I was the kind of student that would always stay back and ask questions after the lecture.
You were those ones.
Yeah, I was those ones. I was those ones. I wanted to know everything the professor had to say, like that they didn't manage to say during the lecture, because I feel like everything is just so like compacted, and sometimes they try to like speak fast and then, like try to get everything out, and they don't really like get everything out. Yeah. So I would be the type of student who'd be like, I want to know this and this.
Why is it like? What is it about you that makes you so interested? Like, what made you first get into geology? Like, you know.
Actually, I never actually knew about geology. I know I did know about geology before, but it never interested me. Because I have an uncle who is a geologist, and he's always like talking to me about geology. But I initially applied to the civil engineering school in the University of Sydney, and then I got accepted everything, and then my sister was like, the market in Tanzania for civil engineers is not as like there's no much demand at the moment
for civil engineers.
And she was like, you should look up geology, because her husband's sister is actually a geologist.
So it was more like a tactical decision. It wasn't like it wasn't more like a passion or something.
But you know, I've always loved science. That's why I wanted to go into like.
So you're like a scientist.
Yeah, I would say like I'm more interested in like science.
So so then like, what got you into science? Like, do you remember, like, were you one of those kids that used to like have fun making the little like solar systems, or like
I don't know, like I always found myself just enjoying science, and it came so naturally to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously when I was in high school I did physics and chemistry, blah blah blah. It was difficult at some point, but I was excited to study for physics and chemistry, not like English. Like I would struggle to study for English. I hated studying
English.
Learning the poems. I hated studying for English.
You know what? To be fair, I feel like they don't do English justice in high school. Like, I feel like the way they taught it in high school was trash. It's not about, anyway. I love English.
No. We had great English teachers, but I don't know. Studying for English just was such a drag for me.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, here we go again, learning the poems.
You just learned about all these poems that just touch your heart.
No, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
Oh, you're like those scientists, like wanting to know, like just like use the scientific method of getting to the bottom of things. and trial and error.
I would say, yeah, I'm more of a science person than like. But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I did art in school as well. And English, you would classify that as an art?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did visual arts in school, and like I was
do you have any,
really interested.
Do you have any drawings?
I do, but I don't share my art.
No, come
I don't share my art.
You can't like just like be like, oh, I'm an artist, and then be like, I'm gonna just keep it to myself.
Yeah, you can.
No,
a lot of people do that, but yeah.
Okay, what kind of art did you do? Like what kind of?
It really, like at school, we did.
I mean not at school. I mean like in your own personal time.
Oh, I like doing
portraits.
Portraits, yeah.
Portrait.
Yeah.
Of yourself. So you're like free to color.
No, yeah, I would do like self-portraits and like portraits of other people as well. But yeah. So how long? And also abstract art, like just like painting, whatever. I love that.
So you're like art and a scientist. So but do they like cross anywhere sometimes? Like do you like?
You know what's funny though? Like when we were doing visual arts in school, we would learn a lot of how the artists were very influenced by mathematics.
Yeah.
Like Van Gogh and like just the proportions of art and how they like what they needed to know, like the knowledge that they needed to be able to like draw a specific thing.
Right.
And like the Renaissance movement, the artists during the Renaissance movement, what they like they were very knowledgeable with like mathematics. You know what I mean? So yeah, it links.
Okay, this is intense. Like you were so smart. Like honestly,
I'm like, just like
so smart. Like what do you mean? Like you're like legit linking. What's it called? I really wish I was a bit less tipsy for this interview now because I'm like.
Are you actually tipsy?
Yes, this is my second drink, but I'm just thinking to myself. No. I'm like, fuck.
No, that's why I love like art and math at the same time. Okay. I just felt like it's just.
It just clicked.
It just clicked.
It just clicked.
Yeah, it just clicked.
Because you gotta be like. Because being an artist, I guess you do have to know about proportionality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's
not necessarily now. Like a lot of people, a lot of artists now, are not really like, they just do like, I don't know how to explain it. It's
like
just,
abstract, like they just.
It's just whatever. It's not really about like proportionality and because art has advanced.
Has it?
Yeah,
where
it
is
has.
art today? Like, do you know where it is today? Like,
it really depends where you are.
Because like I was a good art student. Like I mean I was good in theory. Like my art theory was strong. But
same.
my art like practical was.
Really?
I couldn't. Yeah, because I couldn't really. I don't know why. I was never.
You know what I think though. Anyone can be an artist.
You reckon?
Yeah, because when I was still in school, I remember obviously when we were still younger, like in grade 8.
Yeah.
A lot of our art was shit. And then we had really good, and then like by grade 10 we had really good art teachers that taught us what to do and how to do this, and like you can really learn.
But you actually listened in school. I was like that kid. Like I was like, I had it in me, but I was always distracted by girls and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
This is why I'm so glad I went to an all-girls school. Like that was the best thing that my parents did for me. I went to an all-boys school, but still. Really?
Yes, I went out of my way. Like, but the girls were like just down there, and I'm just like. My teacher was, honestly, all of my art teachers, my English teachers, they were fantastic teachers and they did a great job. But I was always just like, okay guys, cool, peace out. I'm just like counting the seconds down. But you actually focused and you actually like absorbed it. Like, how did like that love of learning, which I can tell that you had?
I think I just had really good teachers.
Yeah?
Yeah, like our teachers were very encouraging. Like
you were a teacher's pet.
You would always get those students who were like who didn't want to listen and blah blah blah. But also the thing is, my parents were they're very like strict on learning.
Yeah.
And my parents sacrificed everything for me to like.
Wow.
Because I went to school in South Africa to a private school and it was very expensive.
Yeah.
And
so that made you feel like
and I was just like because my parents have a lot of children to take care of.
Yeah.
I have a lot of sisters who were all like still in school. Some of them were in university, some of them were still in high school. And I was like, all this school fees, there's no ways I'm not gonna focus in school. There's no ways. So I had to like.
So okay, so you've studied in multiple places. Like I already know this, but this is just for you lads. Okay, I'm just playing dumb. I already know what you've studied. So how many places have you studied in? Like studied in?
Like different countries?
Yeah, different countries.
Okay, so I went to school when I was younger, I went to school in Tanzania.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Uganda when I was, I think, 8.
Yeah, that's 2.
Yeah, so
I was counting you.
In Uganda. And then I was there for, I think, 3 years.
Oh, that's a significant time.
Yeah.
What time did you speak in Uganda?
Sorry, Kiganda.
Kiganda, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Kiganda. I used to know how not to speak like I understood.
Can you say hello? Just for our Ugandan fans out there. I don't have any fans.
Oh my gosh, I feel so much pressure. I feel like my mind is blank. How do you say hello?
Okay. Oops.
No, I don't even. What?
Can't even say hello.
I can't even say hello.
My Ugandan fans, you know what to do. Go after her. Go after her. She claims.
No, but you know what's funny though? My tribe comes from an area in Tanzania that's very close to Uganda.
Yeah.
So our tribal language is very similar.
And you still don't know how to say hello.
I really don't. Wait.
Dude.
I really don't know. I really don't know.
This is embarrassing.
No, these two. I think in Swahili and then French comes along and then English. I can't remember everything. Please.
Okay. You know what? Let's keep Uganda. I'm sorry, Ugandan people, man. Don't come after me. She claims it's 3 years. I doubt it now. I'm sorry. But you were 8 years old.
I was 8.
But
it was like 8 to 10. Yeah, I don't even remember anything.
But that is 8 to 10. But that's
I really don't remember.
Okay.
You can't.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna put you out there like that. Okay, then Uganda. What else?
No, and then I went back to Tanzania.
Yeah.
I went to the school called Mount Everest.
But did you like miss your family, like you know?
I was with my sisters.
Oh, so you guys went together.
It was, I think, 4 of us.
Yeah. Okay, so that's alright.
So it was okay. Like, and the school I went to was very. I don't even know if you can describe a school as motherly, but like the teachers were very motherly. Like you didn't feel homesick.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that about my teachers, man. My teachers were not motherly.
Really?
Nah, I mean like they were great teachers. Like I don't want to miss Krista Napales. Yeah, they were great teachers, but I wouldn't say motherly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I didn't really get that thing. Okay. So then after you went from Uganda back to Tanzania.
Yeah, back to Tanzania, and then I moved to another school, an international school in Tanzania. And then I was there for like 3 years as well, and then two or 3 years, and then I moved to South Africa.
South Africa, okay, like, cause Uganda and Tanzania are pretty close, and like they share quite a lot, Well, like how was that change? Cause that must have been a.
It wasn't massive.
It wasn't really that massive.
Yeah,
same
because a lot of some Ugandans speak Swahili.
Okay.
Like, Swahili is common in Uganda, and
Tanzania I feel like I need to learn Swahili.
Yeah, you should.
You reckon I could?
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, Swahili is not hard.
Can you say hello? No, you say it's not very hard, but still. So is that like, is Swahili like that dominant language you speak in East Africa, or?
Yeah.
So it's like if you know Swahili, you can pretty much get around East Africa and stuff. Is there any like cool sites I can go see? Like, let's say if I was traveling around Uganda, Tanzania, what tips can you give me? Because I'm like, one of my biggest dreams is to like travel all around the world. You know? Tips
is you should get someone who is a Swahili speaker, because once you're like, especially in Tanzania, well actually in East Africa, when you're traveling and you're a non-Swahili speaker, they charge you a hell of a lot of money. Yeah, even just at the souvenir stores, they will charge you like triple the price. Yeah. That's why whenever we go out or like we go...
You have somebody with you?
No, I can speak Swahili fluently. But my sister's like, don't you dare. Because sometimes
accent.
No, not even like, sometimes you mix it. We call it Swanglish. So you mix it, like you forget something in Swahili and you're like, oh, let me say it in English. She's like, don't you fucking dare.
I think that's the same thing happened to me too when I was in West Africa and Sierra Leone. Like my uncles would not let me speak. They would be like, don't you speak here. Because the moment they hear a tint of my accent, because I can speak the language, I can speak working English, but my working English, I was just like, it's rubbish, you know. I'm not even going to do it.
No, when I'm in Tanzania, Swahili, like...
Yeah, it just comes out.
It just comes out.
But not here.
Yeah, there's basically no one to talk to, so...
I just want you to teach me to say hello, because I want to be like...
Okay, so when you're talking to someone, like a friend, you say mambo.
Mambo.
Yeah.
Mambo.
But when you're talking to an adult, you say shikamo.
Shikamo? Shikamo. Mambo, shikamo.
Yeah.
Mambo, shikamo. Okay, so anytime I see every time I ask somebody, oh, are you from Uganda or something, Tanzania, I'll be like...
You have to make sure, not all Ugandans speak Swahili though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, what's the percentage?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
like, was there like
quite a few speakers.
Like, is there like, because you moved around, like, okay, so you moved from Uganda back to Tanzania, then to South Africa, like, is there any like moving around, like, what about friendships? Like, was that hard to like you know?
Was it hard to maintain?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
What is hard for you? You just do everything.
You know what? Like in Tanzania, I have friends. My best friend, we met in primary school. Like when I was in I think like grade 4. We're still best friends till now. Like, yeah.
So you guys keep just like phone, FaceTime?
Yeah, phone, FaceTime. We used to like I remember I had her mom's number because she obviously didn't have a phone like at such a young age, and I would like keep in contact with her mom through my mom's phone.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so like, and in South Africa I still have like some people I talk to. Obviously not everyone from high school.
Of
like,
course, you gotta have your
I went to a boarding school and there were a lot of people. Like you can't keep in contact with everyone.
Yeah, but just like the really close ones.
Yeah. And then
it's kind of like cool networking though. You're like networking all across Africa.
But in Uganda I was so young. I don't even keep in contact with any of them.
Yeah. Okay, so it's more Tanzania and South Africa.
Yeah, Tanzania and South Africa.
Yeah.
For sure. And when I was in South Africa, there was a lot of international students.
Yeah.
So I have friends like in India and like.
So India.
India, France.
Yeah.
Where else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, just like different places. Or even Australia. Like I met, there was this girl who came on exchange, to my school.
Yeah.
And she was from Australia. So yeah, and we kept in contact.
Wow.
But yeah.
So you got like friends from all around the world. Okay, but I also know you went out of Africa. So which other places out of Africa that you spent like a bit of time in?
No, I just visited France.
Just visited?
I didn't live there. Or,
like, why is it you guys learn like French and thing? Like what made you do
French in Tanzania?
Yeah.
It's common. It's common for for a lot of schools. A lot of schools teach French.
A lot of schools.
Yeah, I think you have an option between French and German. Is it German?
French and German.
Yeah, I know. My sister's school, they had the option to do either French or German.
And you choose French.
I chose French.
Wow,
but yeah,
that's a lot of education. I'm just thinking.
What about you? Like, what options did you guys have? Did you guys do French?
No, I feel so stupid now.
You don't say that.
I just said that because it's like, I was like, I'm one of those kids, like I was intelligent, but I never really applied myself until after school. So it was only like after school and like when I was in uni, when I would like started like pretty much learning self-learning, that I actually started getting into it. But before that, I was more like just trying to fit in. I was more like just trying to, because I think like, I don't know, I think maybe in Australian schools, it's more like, I can't speak for other people, but it's more like just about like, at least for me, where I was from, it was more like just trying to find yourself, you know what I mean? So I think at that time, I didn't have that like surety, but I think that you had a more like concrete idea of like what you wanted out of yourself, like at least in the education department. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. But it was also a lot of figuring things out. Because for a long time I was very certain that I wanted to go into science. Then I sat down and...
You didn't differ too far. Like, as in,
but I sat down and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so certain about this. Like, what if I change my mind?
Yeah.
Like, the uncertainty about that.
Yeah, but I think just like your love for education always just... Like that, you always knew like education was a big deal. Like, is there like, because like you've studied now in Africa and you've studied now in like Australia pretty much, Is there like a difference in like the culture towards learning? Like, do you think there's a difference between the culture?
That's such a good question.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have to think about this one.
It's alright, take your time.
The culture about learning.
Give me more sips.
But you know what? I feel like my answer wouldn't be fair because...
Why?
Because of like the different stages of where I'm at in learning. Like, because here I'm here in like when I'm in university. There I was when I was in high school. And I feel like in university it's more about...
It's more competitive.
Get your assignments done.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's not really about learning, but...
It's more about just getting
shit done. Do you know what I mean? Like in high school, I felt like we were really learning.
True.
We were learning.
Yeah. They were sitting down with you. I mean? They came and checked your work. They did. I know. They were more hands-on in high school. Yeah.
And obviously in university, it's more you. You have to take the initiative to go and do things and learn. Because I remember in my geology exam, our lecturer was literally like, there's some things that I will ask questions that will just not be in the syllabus. and you just have to find this information. I'm like,
True.
where am I gonna find this information if you don't show it to me? Do you know what I mean? There's so much out there about geology. How am I gonna know what you're gonna ask me?
That's true.
Right?
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just about finding.
But university is more about like inquiry. Like it's just like they give you like a base, and then you can kind of like sprout out for your own self and stuff. But I don't care about fairness. Like this is like a totally like just like one-sided thing. I just want to see how you feel about it, because it's like I like to see like an outside perspective, and I'm not saying like that means you're right or wrong, but I just like to know your own opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's only if you want to share it. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
You know, because
I don't even know how. It's such a good question, but I don't even know where to start.
Well, maybe you start how do you think like? Because you've spent a lot of time with African students.
Yeah.
And you spend like a lot of
okay.
How the students like? I don't mean like the.
The students.
Yeah, because of course the professors are professors. Or at least I think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like of course they love education. If you're a professor, you probably love education.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying like the students, like how are the students different? Like you notice like the good, like what are the good traits, the bad traits? You know, like towards learning.
I would say in my university, it's obviously predominantly Asians.
Yeah, definitely. You see?
Yeah,
you said. What's up, you said? I don't like you guys.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Don't look at these. I'm joking. No.
Shots.
I feel like a lot of the Asians are more. When I say Asians, I also include Indians. Because a lot of people forget.
I wouldn't. I think I call them. What I was about to say.
They're more, because when I remember in 2019, that's when we were going to classes actually. Me and my friend, we used to stay at the library till late.
Yeah, I missed that.
We used to stay at the library till like 3 a.m.
Whoa, that is late.
It was late.
I stayed to midnight.
We live close to the campus, so it was nothing. And then the people that were there was literally mostly Asians and us. But I felt like I don't want to make this about race though.
I love making this about race.
I felt like the white Australians were more casual about like their learning.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're more laid back about learning.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like the international students
they go hard.
Are more like, because they know that this is not their country.
Because they're paying.
And
do you know
what I found out the other day?
You guys pay.
I found out that my friend, it's cold, eh?
Where's this blanket at? Sorry. May I? She's not talking to me. Don't worry, I still love her. It's cold as fuck.
My friend, she's Ghanaian, but her dad is Australian, so she has the Australian passport. And she was telling me, I think she pays $4,000 for every
unit.
Is it for every?
Holy shit.
No, for every
semester.
Is it every semester? Okay, that's all she pays. But do you know how much the international students pay per semester?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
20K plus. I was like, how is that fair?
It's not supposed to be, but that's crazy.
How is that fair? Because we're learning the same thing.
That's slap.
That's
20,000.
Yeah, 20 plus.
What do you guys get for that? You guys getting like a secret?
We don't get shit. But you know, this is why a lot of people cheat.
Of course.
Especially, I know that like a lot of the Asians, they help each other. Yeah. In terms of like, cause
some people have like gone to like they've already done units and stuff.
Yeah. The people who have done similar units to you, we don't normally get past papers from like the previous year. We don't get like now we wouldn't get 2020 past papers. We'll get like 2015, 2013, and like maybe 2017. But they would manage to get the 2020 past papers. Yeah. Oh, because definitely. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because they keep it. Like let's say like. And I don't blame them. It's too much money to be like. You can't fail. Failing. You can't fail. Yeah. Honestly, but I feel like me too. Like that laid back culture you're talking about, it kind of does backfire. Because I remember like I was so laid back, especially like in the beginning of my uni. Yeah. Like I was just. I would say I'm more laid back now during the pandemic. Yeah, because you're doing it at home. You're doing it at home. Like I remember when we were going to uni in 2019, I never missed one lecture. Never.
Not one. Even the morning ones. The 9 a.m. ones.
Do you know I had 8 a.m. ones?
You went to them?
I went to them.
How
Physically.
would you do that to yourself?
I never missed one lecture.
But
okay, 2020, during the pandemic, I was like, I was so lazy. I was missing lectures. I had to catch up.
Were you the only one there though? In the lecture? Like, is it like 8 a.m. lectures? Were there other people there?
Yeah, people were there.
Really?
People were there. I'm telling you, the international students were there.
Okay, thank you.
They were there. We were there.
Thank you for clarifying. But like, I paid 20K. I'm gonna get my 20K away. Definitely.
Yeah.
What? Oh shit, somebody cool.
But yeah, we were there.
Damn, you guys were there 8 a.m. lectures.
8 a.m. I didn't mind them. No, I preferred 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. I hate late lectures. I hate that.
Do you naturally get up early?
I used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then the laid back, I feel like the Australian culture just getting into you.
I know. I need to get back on my grind. That's true. I was so like, but now I'm more laid back.
Yeah.
And I would like now I definitely change my lectures that 8 a.m. I'll probably like change them to like 10.
10. Yeah, that's 10. it. 10 is a good
10
time.
10 is okay.
10 is a good time.
8 a.m. Now I'm like, what the fuck? How did I get 8 a.m.?
I've never actually been to an 8 a.m. lecture in my life.
I prefer 8 a.m. though. I could never go to a 5 p.m. one. I feel like that's such a drag.
Especially like at the end of the day, you don't want to like listen to
end of the
anything.
day, no.
Nah. But yeah, so okay, now the pandemic, yeah. What do you think is gonna happen?
Was I talking to you? You were like, let's bet by July.
Yeah, by July.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like that.
I think by July it's gonna be over.
No.
God damn. You know what? Okay, you know what? In July we're gonna do a second podcast. Would you come on?
I know.
But July
we're
gonna do a second podcast. So this is a bet. How much you wanna bet? Are you a betting lady? Actually, you know what? No.
Bet, because I'm telling you, you're gonna be wrong.
Okay. I'll be back. You can keep talking.
What am I gonna say?
I don't know. Shit. Be like, think about what we're gonna bet. I'll be back.
I'm just gonna chill.
My holiday was good, auntie. African auntie calls you. You never say no. Yeah. Oh. Bruv. African aunties always win. She was speaking to another Ishmael, not even me. That's just opposite cut.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the pandemic.
Yeah. So
we just have to we have to live through it and like accept the fact.
But how long do you think it's gonna last? Like from a scientific approach, like, cause do you know anything about like diseases and shit?
I wouldn't say no. I'm actually gonna no.
And it's not even your field.
It's not my field.
Yeah, but when do you think it's gonna be longer than July?
I just because of how negligent a lot of people are.
Yeah, they don't take it seriously.
You know what I mean? Especially in the States. Like, they're definitely gonna. Maybe Australia.
Yeah, I'm talking about Australia. I'm not talking about the whole world. Like, I know it's a bit selfish, but I'm talking about like.
In terms of the pandemic, you have to talk about it like worldwide because the benefits of not being in a pandemic include traveling, and people want to travel.
I know, but like it's like
if it's just gonna be Australia, yeah, you're gonna be corona free, but where are you gonna go if everywhere?
But Australia's a pretty big country.
Yeah, you can travel locally, but I'm talking about international.
That's true, because I think like maybe you have more of that like international perspective, because like you traveled a lot and like you see places. But I'm thinking more like just like as in within countries.
Yeah.
But,
I think Australia like can manage.
How do you feel about the vaccine? Would you take it?
For it, yeah.
Would you take it?
I would.
I don't know. I'm a bit hesitant.
I'm only hesitant because it's new.
Yeah.
Because we've had like, for me to travel to Australia, I had to take the yellow fever vaccine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like vaccines have been there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I trust vaccines. I'm not saying I don't trust them, but I feel like usually they have a more like rigorous approach. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the time it takes for a vaccine to come out is generally longer. But this one seems more emergency.
Why? Because scientists are not funded. That's why it takes so
really?
long. Yeah.
Is that why?
That's why.
So
they need funding because these things are expensive. And with this pandemic, obviously because it's happening currently, there's a lot of focus on it. And
that's why it came out.
That's why they're
Other scientists got lots of funding.
No, they don't.
Then how do they keep creating all this cool shit then?
Donations, massive donations.
Fuck.
Yeah, scientists don't have funding.
Whoa.
But in countries, I think in countries like Sweden, I think Sweden has a lot of funding for their scientists.
Honestly, I'm kind of a hater of Sweden. I kind of hate Sweden, bro.
Why?
I'm jealous.
You're jealous?
I swear to God, I feel like everything, they got all the cool stuff.
No, I'm telling you, scientists do not have funding at all.
Oh my God. I wouldn't think that. I mean, I thought art students didn't get funding. I'm like,
what did you say, artists?
Yeah, the arts don't get funding. So I'm like, of course scientists get funding. But how does science funding even work? Like in geology, like how do you guys get your funding generally? Like would it be like, is there organizations that fund like your?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do. I think a lot of them do like fundraisers and obviously the massive donations that they get. Or you could ask for funding from the government. So it depends whether your government has allocated funding for your specific field.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of countries. I think even in the States, their funding for the science is very low.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, well, why is that? Like, cause like I think like scientists create all this cool stuff. Is it like in the private? You mean the public sector or something, or?
I don't even know why that is the case. I don't know.
Okay, so that's cool. I didn't know what else to ask you. Shit. I mean, do you have anything you want to ask me?
Yeah. I want to ask you, do you think you want to live in Australia?
Definitely.
Like, do you want to raise your family here? You want to...
Wow.
Do you have any other place that you think you could?
Wow. Well, personally, I know I'm a bias because I guess I grew up here. I love it here, so it's like, but yeah, I would definitely want to raise my family here. I think I just, but then I haven't traveled yet. Maybe let me travel first and let me see, let me see like the world, like especially.
But I mean, if you're comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, like as in, I think
you don't seem hesitant, so.
Yeah, no, that's because like I think Australia is all I know. I mean, I've been to Sierra Leone, but I feel like my country has like still a lot of things, like it's facility wise, and I think certain things about the culture there. Yeah. Like I don't really like that much. Like I love my country, Sierra Leone.
You wouldn't live in Africa?
Of course, I'd live in Africa.
I mean, like in Sierra Leone.
Yes, I would live there. I would, but to raise my kids there, like let's say I have children and stuff, I feel like I'd be a bit more hesitant. Just because more like I feel like in my country, I can't speak for the whole Africa because I haven't traveled as much as you. But we have like a lot of like facilities and stuff that is lacking, and like I'm thinking like in case of like let's say an emergency situation. Like
you don't think they could cater to an emergency?
Not in Sierra Leone, unfortunately. Really? You know what I mean? I mean they could. They have. I guess they do. I guess it depends on what part of Sierra Leone you're in. And I'm definitely.
What's the capital of Sierra Leone?
Freetown.
Freetown.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a beautiful place. It's beautiful people. They have beautiful food. We're very like. Funny enough, we're very coastal people, but unfortunately,
because I saw this blogger. She went to Freetown. Yeah. For was it New Year or something? I don't know. Yeah. And yeah, it's very like. Yeah, it's island vibe.
Yeah, it's a very island vibe. We're very chill. We're very friendly, as we say. Like we're more friendly to visitors than we have to actually ourselves.
Isn't that the whole of Africa?
I swear to God, we do. We're legit. We love visitors. We love people coming over. So if you come there, we're gonna give you the best jollof ever, you've ever had. We're gonna cater to you and stuff. But fuck, actually, when I start talking about it, I just start missing it even more. I'm like, oh, what a good.
When was the last time you were there?
I was there like 2018, 2017.
Okay, not.
Yeah, 2018, 2017. I went there 2 years in a row, so.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. Would you raise your? Of course. Of course.
I would raise my family.
Okay.
But you know what I tell a lot of my friends, I wanna, cause geology allows you to travel a lot. Like, if you pursue a career in geology, you can travel a lot. So before I even think of starting a family, I would definitely wanna move around.
When it comes to starting a family, what would you like? What criteria are you looking for in a man? If you're into men.
She said, if you're into men.
I don't know, man.
Oh my gosh. I gotta you know what? I feel like I can't even answer that at this point because the time when I decide to start a family, my perspective is gonna be so different from what it is right now.
Okay, what's your perspective right now?
Because first of all, I want to start a family when I'm like 35.
35?
Or like 32.
Wow.
Not anytime soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's actually surprised to hear because I find like a lot of African girls they usually like they feel differently about that. That's really cool. I mean I find that cool because
I feel like I have a lot of things to experience it by myself before I even start a family or even decide to settle down with a man. But yeah.
Wow, 35. Why 35? Because I mean, like, typically African culture is generally younger.
Not in my 20s.
Not in your
for
20s.
sure.
Not in your 20s.
Like, even though let's say I do get married at like 29.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have kids until I'm like 32.
32. Wow, that's actually, how many kids would you
And I love kids.
I know.
Don't even, like,
I mean,
I have a little niece.
I know this
and I love children.
Yeah.
I love children, but just to have children of your own, that's different.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That changes everything.
It's different.
Yeah. Would you have a big family?
Yes, for sure.
Oh.
Big.
What's the, okay, how is it like, because I'm an only child.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah, I'm an only child, so it's like, I'm a bit, I think, I can't really, I mean, my cousins and always be my sisters and stuff, but it's not, but like, how is it growing up in a big family?
It's honestly, you know what I always tell people? I can't imagine being an only child.
I can imagine.
I can't, like, it's honestly so nice. You know, like, sometimes there are things that you can't speak to your parents about.
Yeah. And
some things that you feel like they're too much to share with your friends. And having siblings is such a good thing, because like you can just speak about those things to them. Especially if you're close. It's true. Different when you're not close.
I feel like when you're like an only child, one of the hardest things is like, let's say you're going through something, it's hard to like find somebody else to talk about it to, because you become very used to like overcoming things all by yourself. So you don't have anything, but like you can just be like, oh, call my sister and be like, you know, or like there's that sister or that brother, you can call and be like, hey, what's up, what's happening and stuff. Well, okay.
Yeah, but I feel like only people who are like they're the only child in their family, they normally create bonds very quickly with other people.
That's true.
With friends.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very easy for them to make friends.
That's true. You have to. Yeah. Because it's like you're only by yourself, so you have to do.
You have to.
Yeah, but so what other experiences would you like to experience?
Like
what are your experiences? Like, let's say, what are your main 3 big experiences before you settle down with anybody?
Oh, okay. I wanna live in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna live in Europe. I'll probably. Ideally, I want to do
Is it the continent or the British Isles? Which one? Like, would you like to live the European continent?
Yeah, the continent.
Which country?
Probably like France.
Yeah?
Yeah.
True, because you did French as a...
Yeah, I want to live... Yeah, I just want to... I don't know. Or like Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Beautiful country.
I would love to live there for a few years.
Okay, number 2?
Number 2... I don't know.
But it's hard questions, like, because I have a lot of experiences. Okay, but still, okay, then let's get back to the criteria. So what does the guy have to have?
Oh my god.
Like, what does the guy have to have? I want to help, because I know there's a lot of men them watching this right now, thinking like, how can I get Juliet to? How can I be the Romeo to this one's Juliet?
Not this Juliet. Finally, there's a lot of Juliets.
Yeah, so you're taking no resumes right now. No resumes. God damn, guys, give
Not
up.
right now.
Not right now.
It has to. If it happens, it has to be spontaneous. I don't want to like.
No, but I mean, like, there's something that like you can ask me, like, if you like ask me, oh Ishmael, what do you want in a woman? You know, you'd be like, there's something.
What do you want in a woman?
Oh god damn.
What do you want in a woman? Because you're so adamant in asking me what I want. What do you want in a woman?
Okay.
Because wait, how old are you? Right
I'm turning 25 this year. So.
And when do you think you want to settle down?
Honestly, I would prefer to settle down around my 30s, because I feel like yes. Really, I would.
What?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
And I know this. I know this.
I'm shocked.
But it's not really because I think I'm not emotionally ready to settle down.
Oh, you think that?
No, I am emotionally ready.
Oh,
because,
okay.
you know, I'm ready for commitment and stuff. I think I've always been the romantic type myself. So I've always been like, trust me, if you ask anybody in my life, I've never had a short-term relationship in my life.
What's the longest one?
5 years.
What?
5 years, my G.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I know.
Really?
That's
that must have been very difficult to end, no?
Bruv.
He said bruv.
Bruv, the emotional scars. Nah, but I think when I want a partner, it's like, I guess I want somebody who can communicate well. because you know I like to talk. That's why I started my podcast. I like someone who can call me out of my bullshit.
Why does every man say that? Why do men want these women who act like mothers? Like,
dude, why wouldn't you want?
Do you know what one man told me?
Why wouldn't you want somebody who acts like a mother?
Because you're a grown man. And you have a mother.
No, it's not
who
like
can treat you like a child.
No,
you don't need a woman
it's not
to
a
treat
child.
You like
There's a difference.
do you know what? I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
Do you know what one nigga told me? He told me, I need a woman who can pattern me. Meaning, I need a woman who can. He was like, if I do something stupid, I want her to like discipline me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You have your parents for that. You need someone who you can communicate with as an adult. But men want to be like.
No, okay. I think that guy probably said it the wrong way. It's not like.
No, he meant that shit. He meant that
maybe
shit.
he needs something else.
But you're making it sound like that.
Nah, but it's not like I want a woman who disciplines me. Like, you're not going to discipline me. You're not my mother or something like that. But you do want somebody who calls you out on your shit. Like, as in, like, let's say, because sometimes you're on your bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, you're thinking, oh, I can do this, I can do that, whatever. And you're like, you're participating in unhealthy behavior. That's bad for your future. Makes sense. And bad for our future. You know, like, let's say we're in a relationship. Okay. So when I say you talk to me, or like you be like, hey, baby, like, what you're doing here, and like she knows how to like communicate it to me, where I'm like, oh.
But shit. Isn't that every relationship?
No, trust me, some relationships.
Like what? I'm confused.
No, but some girls just want to pander to you completely. You know what I mean? Like they just want to like, it's like they want to be a yes woman, and I think that's what a guy wants, and it's like. You know, that's cool. Actually, it's not cool. But like for a serious relationship, let's say long term, it's like I want us to grow together, and for us to grow together, we both have to be able to check each other.
But I feel like that's something that should go unsaid. Like you don't have to say. That's something that should come with the relationship.
You would think that, but that's why I said the first thing was communication, and a lot of things that you might be like are obvious. Like I think sometimes, like for instance, like if you grow up in a healthy, loving relationship. I mean, like with healthy family.
Yeah.
Well, like there's no 100% beautiful family. You know what I mean? People are imperfect, but like you kind of naturally know what that is. So you think everybody else knows that, but a lot of people.
But how are you gonna assume that?
I know, but a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. That's communication. So that's why I said my first thing is communication. Okay. Our second thing is that we're able to like. I think the best way I put it is like. Dispute resolution. So we can have a dispute, but we know our boundaries.
I think that's my biggest one. Yeah. You know, one thing I hate is people shouting at me.
No.
So, if I could, so you know how you're asking me something that I look for in a man.
Yeah.
I like men who are quiet. And you can't shout at me. No. Even once, because I would take my shit and I would leave.
Even once.
No, yeah, you can't.
Even
like
once.
I hate when. Men shout.
No,
I just hate it.
That's fair.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Cause
that's childish.
Yeah, to me like I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. If you're gonna shout, you can shout like in the mirror at yourself, not when I'm around.
Nah, I think that's what I mean. But in a mature relationship, okay.
Is it finished?
Nah, she's pausing. We're pausing. You just press the record button. Press the record
button.
Okay,
we're finished. Bye, guys.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, this is Ismails World. Thank you for coming on.
Sorry for cutting it short.
We had to cut it short, but
we'll do part 2.
There's gonna be a part 2, and we're gonna find out these criteria, bro. We need to know them. Thank you for coming, Ismails World. Peace out.